Hi there. Mr. Ramos here, bringing you another piece of history, one nugget at a time. Today we're turning up the heat, literally, as we explore how a Western African culture became Iron Masters way before the Avengers ever thought of the Vibranium. Let's talk about the Nok culture and their fiery contribution to history. Imagine this: you're sweating buckets, leaning over a clay furnace in ancient West Africa, blowing air through a tube like you're inflating the world's hottest balloon. And this just melt metal out of a rock. That's what the Nok people were up to around 500 BC in what is now Nigeria. They didn't just survive, they thrived. Why? Because they were among the first sub Saharan Africans to make iron tools. Question: what modern day country did the Nok people live in? Now, let's talk art. These Nok folks weren't just metalheads, they were literal sculptors. They used terracotta, which is just fancy talk for baked clay, to make these wild, cone shaped human figures where we're talking about big eyes, crazy hair, and dramatic expressions. These heads were so expressive they make emojis look boring. Question: what material did the Nok use to make their sculptures? Here's the sciencey part. Smelting. Nope, not a Harry Potter spell, though it sounds like one. It's the process of extracting iron from rock using super high heat. The Nok used furnaces with two chambers and blew air through clay tubes to boost fire's temperature. Once the rock melted, they drained the iron into stone molds like ancient blacksmiths with no safety goggles. Question: what is the process called that melts iron out of ore? Once they had the sweet, sweet iron, the Nok made tools like axes, picks, and other tools. And no, not garden toys, the real deal. These tools cleared forests and helped grow food. More food equals more people. Boom! That's how you grow a civilization. Question: which tool would the Nok most likely use to clear land for farming? At its peak, Nok culture stretched over 350,000 square miles. That's bigger than Texas. But here's the twist: cutting down all those trees and overusing the soil eventually messed up the environment. With deforestation and soil exhaustion, their culture started to fade out around AD 200. Question: what caused the decline of the Nok culture? Fun fact: Nok sculptures are the oldest figurative art found south of the Sahara. That's some serious art cred. Some experts even think their ironwork happened independently, meaning they didn't copy anyone. They were innovators. So the next time you're using a tool or even admiring cool art, think of the Nok. They lit the fire, literally, for African technology and culture. This is your teacher, Mr. Ramos, out.